Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Ape Escape 3. I forgot to save the game. I think it's fine. Oh, I'll save it anyway. Just in the strange off chance that something were to happen, I think this will be fine. We have 158 monkeys currently. So, goddamn. Alright, National Ape. So even they call it monkey stuff too. They kind of go back and forth between it too. It's so easy to do that because monkey just rolls off the tongue. Like, the name Ape Escape is good for, like, a name for the game, but it really, truly does roll off the tongue when you say monkey. Like, oh, I caught the monkey. Yeah, nice try, asshole. Yes. Pinchermon. And we have, I think, our first true run-of-the-mill water level, but this game does not do water. You don't have to swim underwater anymore, it seems. Which is such a weird thing for them to take away, though. You know, like it... I think that's kind of weird to do. I think, hopefully, if I'm not mistaken, Ninja could run across it, but we'll see. It cannot. And unfortunately, I think this is our only form of attack. If it even does. I don't think it does. At least diving makes you go a little faster. So, something to kind of watch out for. It's so bizarre. I don't remember most of these levels right now. Some of them are just not coming to me anymore. It's weird. I mean, to be fair, I've only beaten the game one time. So, in all actuality, I mean, me forgetting levels does make a lot more sense. I'm sure there was some assholes I missed earlier, but it's fine. We'll just go get these guys real quick. Oh, no you don't. Baku. There's probably bound to be something over there. Because that looks like a place to go. It just screams, come over here. Okay, well, I guess not. I guess it's just me and this guy, apparently. Could always be a hidden monkey there. Who knows? Well, there's one right here. Of course, he once again took off his pants. They seem to do that quite often, don't they? Or lose them in some shape or fashion. Let's go see if there's anybody in here. Yeah, seems to be the case. Ah, okay, cool. Like, the thing is, a small pro tip, I guess, if you didn't call it a pro tip, but one thing I would say that I can recommend for people that are wanting to play Ape for the first time ever, if you want to, or I should say, if you want to collect apes, I mean, play how you want, of course, but one good way to kind of just get, like, maximize your apes, I would say, is just try to focus on one area at a time. I know that sounds like common sense, but I feel like I tend to kind of forget to do that. So this is just more so like a, hey, you know, a slight reminder to myself that if I really truly want to get as many of these fucks as I can in one go, or at least close enough to one go, that would be the best way to do it. I'm willing to take him on. And he just runs off. Like, you were so ready to fight my ass, and you start running. And you still suck, so, great. Was that a... No, that was not a monkey. I thought I heard a monkey for a second, but I guess I didn't. Yeah. Okay. Figures as much. God damn it. Also, to change color of your car, I think you have to go back to the base area to do it there. It's not important. Like, you don't have to do it. It's just one of those things where if you did do it, it's like, oh, cool. You know, it's cool that you can. Like, personally, I don't really care if I do, like, you know, I don't care enough to change it. So, it's one of those things where I hate the word I don't care. Because it makes me sound like an asshole when I say it. It's not that I don't care, it's just that I don't really want to do it. So, yeah, technically I don't care. Technically, yes, but I'm trying to put it in a more nicer way. It's not something I'm going to want to do that bad. Just because. So how do we get up here besides the flying wing thing? I'm guessing that's probably my answer, isn't it? Seems to be the case. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it very well could be something I'm missing here. Like maybe a button or something. I don't know. Check for any bastards. I also like how they tell you about their birthdays too, like what what birthdays they got and stuff. Other little small tidbits of things they talk about. And it looked like this area requires a RC to get through, so not sure. Unless I got to go completely around and find out a way to get in there that way. Could be. Some dangerous obstacles in there. Which makes me wonder, do the apes build this stuff themselves, or does Spectre just build it for them? I mean, I would assume Spectre's probably the one building all these. I'm sure he's building all the machines, like all the robots. But is he the one building all the traps and tricks and stuff, or does that just come with the, does that come with the territory? Also, having this bamboo stick that you can climb right here kind of gives away the idea that I'm probably supposed to run up here and then use the Skywing thing to get over. That's what the game's telling me. I could be completely wrong, though. I'm also super afraid every time when I'm using this thing and I'm trying to fly to a platform, so I'm afraid it's going to hit it and knock me right off. Very cool. I also love that quick switching thing, though. See, this is just, like, that's just the thing with this game. Like, that's just a huge part of Ape Escape that makes it really fun. It's just, it's such an interesting, fast-paced collectathon game that really works to its charm and everything. It's really nice. I mean, of course, Mario 64 is a fast-paced collectathon. I'm sure Hat in Time is technically too, but I'm sure there's tons of those. But there's something about... Okay, that was weird how that worked. Something about the way that Ape Escape just is. It's different. It's unique, I feel. Of course they put ones underwater. Why wouldn't they? Why would I think any differently? Not gonna lie, I thought that was kind of a reflection or something. I didn't see the third one, so... Oops. Hey, you're not getting out of here, buddy. You're mine now, bitch. And that stays open for, I think, ever. At least I hope so. Like Dark Souls, when you open a shortcut and it's there for good. I love that level design in games where you have like the shortcut thing you could just get when you go back through a level or whatever. It's really nice. Like Metroidvania is like when you make progress and you're like, oh, it leads back to here, and then I can just use that. Even if the game tries to maybe, push some padding things with it. Depending on the game, I guess, but I think it works a lot of the time, so certainly tricks me. No doubt about that. I'm going to take a wild guess and say most likely we got to move the middle, that middle block there. That's the one they want us to do. I'm guessing so. Okay, it does go back both ways. Okay, I just can't. I can't go back that way. I have to go this way for it. Apparently even the blocks are picky, too. Oh, I see now. Okay. I gotcha. I see. Nope! Fuck off! Don't you dare make me fall off the platform. Don't you dare. Okay, what now? I wonder. It would have been cool if it's like Mario Odyssey, we could just jump up there and get some extra prizes. So we gotta get up there. But I think to get up there we gotta go through that way. That way we built up way earlier. Because we never ended up doing that. So I pretty much... Well, I mean, I did get a monkey out of it, but even then, still, I didn't do much with that. so I don't know. We came from here. We have to... Okay. We're going to have to go back and go the way I was probably supposed to be going the first time around. Not gonna lie, I do kind of like how they got rid of the underwater sections. Never really was a fan of it, though, so... And I feel like a lot of games just never get water sections just right, either. Like, it's either just really obnoxious or just tolerable enough to where, like, okay, I can get through it, it's whatever. And then there's games like Song of the Deep that are completely based on water as a whole, so... I think when I'm thinking annoying, I'm usually thinking about games like Banjo or... To an extent, tolerable-wise? I mean, Banjos are tolerable, but... Mario 64 is definitely tolerable, too. But funny enough, weirdly enough, Donkey Kong Country water levels. Not a big fan of the new ones, but the old ones, maybe it's just because the music works, or maybe just because like they're just decent, but they're actually one of the more better water levels in the game. And weirdly enough, I can't believe I'm saying this still, but Mario Odyssey's Lake Kingdom is one of the few that I think are actually pretty decent for that. I think Lake Kingdom's a pretty decent kingdom, just as a whole. So that's cool to say. There can be good water levels, or at least ones that I like, but for the most part, I think with most people, I just not that into them. I could use Genie for this, but he wants to play with fucking guns. We're gonna play with the guns. Where'd he go? There he is. I'll show him what it's like. Trying to shoot me down, bitch. Alright, one more. And we found him. And we got him. That's so beautiful. That's just the thing with this game. Like, it was... The transformation system is just... It's a pretty... I wouldn't say it's that basic. It's just... What I'm trying to say is... It's one of those cases of... We were definitely going to evolve the game somehow. And they freaking did. Like with Crash. Crash and Spyro all kind of did the same thing, where they all evolved from the third game, or into the third game, somehow. With some usually drastic method of change. And... Okay, maybe not that drastic. I remember this level, though. I do remember this one. This one I remember pissing me off a bit, so we'll see how this goes. And... What Crash 3 did was it gave us upgrades for the first time, and relics, and just huge amounts of variety of levels, but even then, I think those varieties do get kind of annoying, though. Variety as in, you know, you got your vehicle levels, and there's just a ton of them. But, yeah, like Crash 3 did that, and then Spyro 3, even though Spyro 2 had upgrades, Spyro 3, I think, had the... Yeah, they had them, too. But the thing that they upgraded was they gave us, like, 5 playable characters, which was insane. And it's funny, because I remember, like, back then, not as a kid, but just for, like, a while, I used to not really care much for that concept in Spyro 3. I was like, it's just too much. Well, you know, over the years after playing DK64, it's like, okay, you know what? 5 characters is not that bad. I'm trying to think if there's any other way I can get down there besides just flight. I mean, yeah, I could do this. But I think one major way was probably just like... Well, probably just to do this. Yeah. So, never mind. Forget what I was about to say. Okay, thank God. Because sometimes games make it to where I can't platform these small things. And there was just nothing... There was not a fucking... single monkey down here. And see what I meant by the sky glider hitting things and fucking everything up? That's what I mean. It's kind of cool you can do that, though. Wait, did he just... Am I seeing things? It looked like for a second he reacted to it. It was weird. It was bizarre. And I'm falling down. Okay, thank God. Weirdly enough, whenever I see that ape playing over there, I immediately think of Austin Powers and his plane, which is weird that he even had one. But, I mean, you know, he's a spy, so I guess it makes sense. And these, yeah, these should take you up. And don't jump toward that either, because that was just a false one. It's a lie. No, this is going to be one of those, isn't it? I have a better idea. I have a much better idea on how to get in there. I never did talk about any game ideas I had for, like, the Beating the Self series. Tekken was considered. Because Under Night is done, by the way. I mean, it's done. It's not done uploading. Maybe by now, when you guys see this video, maybe. But for what it's worth, I have recorded everything Under Night. And I mentioned, because like I would like to finish Rev for Guilty Gear, but Axel sucks. I would like to finish it, but once again, it's something that doesn't have to be finished. And the same goes for the mirror matched content on my friend's channel. Because once we started that, I'm pretty sure I swear I mentioned at some point, whether off screen or not, that if it's going to be like BTS, we got to treat it the same way, where we don't have to finish it. So no one should get fucking pissed, and I mean no one should get fucking pissed off if we don't finish it. Because at the end of the day, you know, for me, we even did the videos, that's good enough, I'd say. Which is why I don't care that much for Rev. It would be cool to do it, though. It would be really nice to be able to actually finish all of them. Not gonna lie, of course, you know. That's something I do think about very often. Is like, yeah, I would love to do that. But it can be kind of annoying, depending on... Because I don't play every single character, and that's really what kind of requires it. And luckily enough, Tekken is usually pretty easy enough for me to play. So if I did do the series for Tekken, I shouldn't have too much trouble doing it. Theoretically, of course. Alright, cool. You know what's crazy? This is probably some kid's method of first finding out about movies. Or like certain movies and TV shows. Like learning about Indiana Jones or something, you know? Well, I mean, to be fair, like Lego was also probably a good part of that too. Was he's gonna fucking kill me. Thank God. That was just really irritating. And holy shit, that's a lot of stuff. Like, god damn. And back outside we go. And luckily it's in a different area, so... In all fairness, it will give us new monkeys to catch. Potentially. I just hope I don't have to go back. Because that would be really annoying. I wonder if they ever did make an actual Ape Escape plane. Game? That's fucking horseshit, and you know that. I get that it works. I think it's fucking stupid, though. Can you imagine if monkeys could catch you? I'm dead. He fucking... Yeah, he keeps knocking me off. He fucking killed me. Alright, that's it. We're doing transformation. This son of a bitch is pissing me out. He's just pissing me off here. If he's going to be like this and be a hard catch, I'm just not going to bother with it. Where's my fucking net? Oh. I was going to say, If you're really going to get rid of my net, that was going to suck ass. Yeah, in terms of going back to it real quick, Grand Blue was another one I thought about doing before, and I have considered, yes, doing Strive at one point, but I fucking just don't really care for Strive. Smash was also another considered thing at one point back in the day, too, which is why I did Mirror Matched of Smash, because I was like, well, I don't want to do it myself, and the idea of Mirror Matched was already kind of in conception anyway. So it made sense just to be like, you know what, why not just do Smash first? This game is starting to get on my nerves. Not gonna lie. Yeah, if I were jumping better, this would probably be a lot easier, but I'm being an idiot. And I hope that's a big fucking plane we can go into, or at least a blimp or something looks like. It looks like a blimp from here. Like, hopefully that's a big area with a lot of monkeys to catch, because we're still missing about 7. God damn. This is going to be a long level, dude. I can just feel it now. Also, I went back and watched that video. It didn't take the guy 8 hours to play 2 different characters. It took him 4 hours to beat the game, and then he went back and collected everything else. Which I think is just pretty much about paramount for a game like this. Alright, cool. Well, there goes that, I guess. Oops. Oh, no, that's right. I forgot that these give you set pieces, too, which is really cool, though. Really, really cool-ass idea. Honestly, the movie aspect, it can be done right, and I feel like this game did it right. I would argue that I think it did a good job at it. Of course, Lego, you know, that usually does wonders, but that's because it's obviously going to be based on those movies in question, so it makes sense that they would work. At least you would hope they would work. Alright, since we have a tank section, I'm just going to take a wild guess and say this is going to be obnoxious. And slow. Probably. I mean, the tank itself is, of course, going to be slow. But, I mean, it's going to be a while before we actually catch any monkeys for a bit, I'm guessing. It just gives me that feeling that that's going to happen. Off topic, but for some reason, I don't know what song popped in my head. It wasn't even like a Taylor Swift song, which is bizarre. It wasn't. It was some other fucking song. I don't remember what song it was, but I just remember that Taylor Swift got married, and I was like, well, how long is that going to last? Because somebody made a tweet like, her name's not, you know, Taylor whatever the guy's last name is. It's still Taylor Swift. She built it up as a business. Which, I mean, yeah, I can see that. Not being completely wrong. It's just, I don't know why people are so fucking harsh about saying it, but I think that's just how Taylor Swift fans are. They're strangely really just hyper-aggressive. Honestly, I think fans of most things are just like that. If you're a fan of something, like an actual fan, and you treat, you know, your fandom like royalty, or not your fandom, but, you know, the thing you're a big fan of, you're going to be very gatekeepy and just very aggressively angry. I know, because I've been that way before, too. About things that I hyper-fixate on. So, we're all just a little bit autistic, I guess. Aren't we? Okay, I was going to say, is there any way I can get across this without getting burnt alive? Well, that's one way to do it. It's funny how my reasoning works. Like, I'm obviously in a video game. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, oh, I'll just go ahead and, you know, go right on through. Just drive right on through the fire, and if it hits me, it hits me. But chances are it probably won't. And then what's funny is, it luckily didn't. It actually didn't hit me. Which I think is hilarious, because, like, in real life, I would probably hope I'd be more, you know, careful with things like that. Because that's fucking fire. But I also get the weird feeling, like, because, you know, I play games so often, I probably could accidentally mistake a situation like that and be like, well, It's kind of like a video game, and then I could just, you know, run through it like an idiot. I've done that a few times where, you know, there's something going on, some situation. I'm like, I can kind of treat this like a game, or like my brain just immediately does treat it like kind of like a brain or like a game kind of. For example, I have this bad habit of whenever I'm microwaving something or waiting on something to happen, I'm like, load, god damn it, you know, hurry up and load. But it's a microwave, so yeah, just gamer speak. That's gotta be a shitty job to have, though, keeping that thing running all the time. Dude's probably fucking tired, but he might have, like, you know, legs of a god at that point. The calves of a beast. Okay, so, you know what? Transform so I can get some speed going here. Wrong. Well, that is the one I wanted. I know I said speed, but I wanted this particularly because I wanted to shoot things. I should have done ninja, to be fair. Yeah, I probably should have done ninja, actually. Well, it's okay. We got all these guys to blow up, so I get my shit back. It's fine. Hate when stuff disappears, though. It sucks. Yeah, ninja would be actually on a... Well, it would actually just be fast. Faster to do. He also runs like a weirdo when he's in it. Oh my god, what is this? Crash 1 platforming? Oh. Oh no, don't get me wrong. I love Crash 1. I'm talking about like Jaws of Darkness. That's what they look like to me. But I do actually love Crash 1. One of my faves. I forget, was Ape Escape 3 the one that actually had an MGS level, or was that 2? Because they did like that whole crossover thing where they had MGS show up in this. Or at least, I think there was like a snake monkey. I think that was 2, though. Okay, well, I don't know why he's hanging down near me, but alright. Oh, come on, that's fucking horse shit. It should have came back and hit him. Okay, thank God. Okay, I was gonna say, I saw 10, and I immediately thought, like, oh no, don't tell me I have 10 more to collect. I've been here all day, dude. Probably for the past 15 minutes, I think, right? Something like that, I think. Get the fuck away! Fuck off! You know what? Hold on. It's gonna bother me if I don't just collect a bunch of shit for no reason. Because I'm gonna be like, man, I really wish I collected all that shit for no reason. It's gonna bug the hell out of me. As much as I would love to see what the, you know, go get the captain of the ship, but this guy's right here, and he's the last. I just need one more, so I'm taking it. I don't give a rat's ass anymore. Very nice. I also do like how they have their own unique win animations, I guess you'd call it, for the transformations. Who's next out of the freaky monkey? We've done white, yellow, and pink, and blue. Red, I think, was technically one of them. Okay, that's what his name was. No, I'm fine. I'll figure out one way or another, and I think we have about 3 more morphs to go through. 20 fucking monkeys. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Maybe I might not do the whole, like, I'm going to record all of Ape Escape in one go thing, because that's going to be a nightmare, I'm sure. Okay, so rotating the stick gives you damage upgrade. And I think, if I remember correctly, yes, you can. Okay, I thought so. I could have sworn this one had a thing where you can jump, dive, kick. I'm kind of glad that's true. Okay, this is for later, I guess. And yeah, it was pointless I transformed, but what's the capture look like? Of course. Basically nunchucks. It's neat, though. Don't get me wrong. It's cool. It would have been cool if it was like maybe like 2 nunchuck nets. I think that would have been kind of neat to see. One of these absolutely has to have a monkey inside of it. There's just no way you can't. Oh, come on. How... There's one. Thank fuck. Don't worry, I forgot. I didn't forget I'm doing a Let's Play. I remembered. Got your ass, bitch. I think we have to do that in order to break this. That sounds about right. Wait, what? Oh. I was like, wait, hold on. Why is there a button all of a sudden? The crazy part is, like, you can just... You realistically can just kind of keep up with... This is a... Hold on. Not gonna lie, this is a really good fucking transformation. Holy shit. Like, it's really working out really well for me right now. Not gonna lie. God damn. And man, I cannot just get enough of this game. Like, I say that. It is a little exhausting, though, because the only exhausting part is the fact that, like, I know that I have more Let's Plays going on at once. And it's like, man, I really, truly just need to get those done, more preferably. It's going to be a while before they get done, but, yeah. I'm hoping I get them done before, or at least within September, before September 30th. Because I pre-ordered Silent Hill F, and I am doing nothing but playing that game for a couple of days, probably. Which means I'll be out of commission for a bit. So, no YouTube, no nothing. Unless I have YouTube, like, if I recorded it beforehand, and I'll just upload them, like, beforehand, but I do not plan on doing pretty much anything fucking else. I mean, I'll go to work, but I'm gonna have to. I'm just saying that when it comes to it, like, no other games are probably gonna get played. And just, I'm going to stick with that, hopefully, most likely. That's at least the plan. Okay, so there's a bet. No, there's not 3 more, or 4 more transformations to go. Okay, that was kind of a waste of time. But oh well. Alley-oop. Look at that! Like, I barely was even near him and I still caught his ass. By the way, even though there's like 20 monkeys to catch, it's still not that difficult, or it's still not. It doesn't mean it's gonna take that long to catch all of them, because usually when there's more monkeys around that you can go collect, a lot of the time the game makes it to where, like, even though there's quite a bit, it still gives you a bunch of monkeys like in a row that you can just go catch, and I quite like that. Not gonna lie, this makes me want to go back to play Wu Sheng and finish that goddamn game, because I didn't. And finding out Spyro 2, actually, because there's a level in Spyro 2 where there's like that guy you're chasing down, he's hiding by that type of tree. Or like a tree that looked like the tree we just saw. One of the few times I actually used the transformation that's, I'm assuming, designed for the level. I mean, you can get away with not using transformations, I think, most of the time anyway, but still. This is one of those ones where I feel like it definitely makes sense. Real quick. Because I feel like I saw... Okay. So that does work. Somehow. Son of a bitch. Oh, so that's Jackie Chan. Okay. I was like, is that Kung Pao, or what that movie was called? I forget. Boop. Yeah, you can tell, like, I'm getting a little bit better at the game. Not gonna lie. Also, I should probably invest in getting a new PS2 at this point. Like, if I'm just gonna keep fucking wasting all my money on stupid shit... That's meaningless. Also, I remember this level, though. And maybe I'm wrong. Is this a Rush Hour area? Because, I mean, Jackie Chan was here. That's kind of the sort of vibe I get from it, a little bit. There should be one monkey hanging up from one of these areas somewhere. There he is. Not sure exactly where, but a couple of them, actually. I think that's the middle area there. So he's probably... Oh, there's... Okay. I see the one up here right now. Some of these I think you do have to kind of knock down, though. There we go. Tsuke. I'm getting Mario Odyssey vibes because it's like I wish I could just climb these things faster by shaking the stick or the controller. I mean, isn't Pikkon the name of that guy from Dragon Ball? Pikkon. Or wait, isn't Pikkon the name of a food though? Too. I don't know. I don't remember. I feel stupid for not knowing. To be fair, I don't remember. Oh, fuck off. There never is. I'm not gonna lie. I always hate this place. Definitely not a favorite level of mine, no doubt. Just never been a big fan of it. It's the traffic shit that I think gets me and how big this area is with little to no speed to get around. Like, of course, you could just use, which we're going to have to use now anyway, Ninja to do it. But it's just, ugh. I hated doing this one the first time I played the game. It's one of the ones that actually stuck with me, but I forgot it was this level that had it, though. Which I find baffling, because I thought this would just be just strictly, like, primarily, you know, like an ancient Chinese focus level, like it was back in 2, I think. But no, they just do, you know, got the modern one too, which is pretty neat. With cars and shit and all that. So, I don't know. I don't know. Also, it's funny. The more I say anything at all, I just feel more racist no matter what I do. No matter whether or not it probably is or not. You know, we've been programmed to think that everything is racist no matter what we say, so... That's just the immediate thought process. But isn't it technically probably theoretically more racist to think that everything's racist, I guess? I don't know. I'm not going to answer that one. I don't know. Whatever. Can you fucking double jump? God damn. But I think once he falls off, I think that's... Yeah, he just fucking jumps off. He just says, fuck this. Well, you know what? I'm going to say that as well. I'm going to say fuck that as well and just not bother. Ah, to hell. Let's go in here. How are we almost done with the video? This sucks. Like, I don't want to be done just yet. I'm not done yet. I got more to do. I got more monkeys to catch. Oh, well. I'm just not that fast, to be fair. Fast, and I'm not that... I'm quite furious, but I'm not that fast. Okay. I'm guessing this is one of those where you would probably benefit from the martial arts transformation, whatever it's called again. Dragon Kung Fu Fighter. Surprised I never did Challenge Showdown on the channel yet either. That used to be a game I used to play quite a bit back in the day. And then just stopped. This is a max cookie. If you have barely any health, that would benefit you a ton. Just in case. I mean, yeah, there's guys there, but what's this do then? I see. So that would probably answer where we need to go in order to get to those next monkeys. Which I think we got like, what, maybe 1 or 2 more to go? And then we're done. This level. Oh, Jesus. It's going to be really annoying, isn't it? Something tells me this is going to suck dick. I'm guessing most likely Kung Fu would probably be the better option because you could probably just dive kick. But I think this works just about the same. If maybe not, maybe a little better. Who knows? Not nearly as fast, but still. Yeah, sorry, you have to hit both R2 and R1 at the same time. And I gotta lie, it's kind of tough to do that sometimes. It's easy to do, it's just I kind of flub it up every once in a while on accident. Especially with my controller being a third party, it's kind of weird. Yes, controller Johns. I know. Sorry to interrupt your mahjong, but I got shit to collect. Holy freaking A, dude. That was a lot of shit. Damn. Can I actually... No, okay. I thought I could break the table, maybe, just for the fun of it. Because I'm a psychopath. I'm a psychopath. I didn't know that the psychopath guy was, I think, the guy behind Madoka as well. Because somebody brought up Saya no Uta, and they were talking shit on it, and saying it was fucking nasty and stupid and whatever. Which I think is completely wrong, to be fair. I like Saya no Uta. I thought it was good. Madoka's okay too. Like I liked Madoka movie more so than the anime. Like I loved Rebellion like a lot. And I never did see Psycho-Pass yet, weirdly enough. But yeah, non-VN readers typically are kind of like that, where they'll read Doki Doki Literature Club and then say that's like the best piece of media they've ever seen, and then immediately just go on to shit on every other visual novel out there, which is absolutely just obnoxious because they don't understand the medium, and they just say like every single VN is just porn. And trust me, there's a good amount of them that are porn, and there's a reason for that, but there are those that aren't actually porn. It's just some people are just quite dumb. Now this, honestly, so far, like I feel like I'm gonna like this. Maybe not the Gasser attack from Bobobo, but hey. At least he's different than what he was back in 2, which I think he was just the wrestling one. And that's also another cool thing this game does too, is that special attack shit that the Freaky Monkey have. It's really neat. That's our first knockdown, so I gotta be careful about dying here because, well, if I die, well, guess what? I gotta start the whole fight over again. And no camera turns either. That sucks. Yeah, there is plenty of VNs out there that's not just porn. So, you just gotta know where to look and, you know, not look at the ones that are porn. That'd probably help. I was about to say, like, oh yeah, well, I mean, there's always the ones that are, you know, the gore ones. And then I remembered, like, well, technically there are actually gore porn ones, too. That are actually porn still. Like, Maggot Baits is one of them, actually. I wouldn't say it's that grotesque. I don't think it is, but I don't know. I'm desensitized with a lot of shit at this point, so yeah, it's just more of a me thing, to be fair. And Euphoria is not gore, I don't think. It's just straight up BDSM shit. Okay, I was gonna say that can't be it. Alright. So, of course, we're only on one platform here. I think we'll be fine. I think this probably would take about maybe 2 knockdowns to win. You fucking asshole. Oh, cool. It might be one of those ones where you have to push him out and it just works that way. Fuck him, he's gone. That was sick. Yeah, not gonna lie, the Kung Fu transformation is really fucking dope, though. I remember not liking it as much when I first played it, but now it's like, holy shit, this thing's actually really sick. It's probably more than likely better for a level like this, but, still, you know. God damn, my ear is so fucking itchy all the time. Why? Alright, anyway, that's it for this. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time we do whatever level we have next, which is going to be a Misty Evening with the Apinator, which... we're definitely... we've got to be pretty goddamn far in by now, don't we? Like, there's just no way in hell we're not. I would buy more stuff, but it's kind of pointless. I could just wait till next time and just do it then. Yeah, anyway, that's it. So, take care, everybody.